get moving for holiday workout here. So the goal today is to get moving around a little bit. I probably won't be using weight personally, but there are a few that you can use weight for. And so what it is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So the exercises are either two-sided, so you'll only do 20 seconds each side. And that tends to save on the level of effort and the amount of fatigue. And or lighter versions or variations of what we do. So for the first 40 seconds, it's going to be a lateral lunge, drop lunge combo. So for 20 seconds, you'll glue one foot to the ground, we step out to the side, and then take that same foot and step back and across. So it's out to the side, back and across. Your knee should be poking out just a little bit on the other side, right? So it's not a straight reverse lunge where you'd step back, it's stepping back and across, okay? So for 20 seconds, you'll do one leg, and then 20 seconds, you'll do the other leg. Like I said, I'm gonna keep that body weight today, just because that's how I'm feeling, but if you wanna use weight with that, you can use weight with it. A yoga push-up is kind of a push-up to a downward facing dog. So we just go down into that push-up and then up and push your hips up towards the ceiling. Get a little stretch on your hamstring, big range of motion through your shoulders. The other way to do this, modified version, would be the knee push-up and then just come up to the downward dog. Dory, are we watching any shoulder stuff right now?
I mean, it depends on the day, so I'll have to see.
Okay.
I try everything and modify as needed.
So you can just eliminate the push-up and go to like plank position and then downward facing dog, plank position.
Actually, the push-up isn't the part that bothers it. It's the downward facing dog.
Okay. All right. So just, yeah, hack out what you need to hack out of there. Also on the tripod transition is next. So we'll do 20 seconds per side. Doria's shoulder is a problem there. Try just a side plank from the knees.
Okay.
And we'll call halfway and you switch it over at halfway. I'm going to be calling halfway for that one anyway. The tripod transition. It's opposites, like left foot on the floor, right hand on the floor. You reach your foot forward and tap. And reach your foot back and tap. So that's the tripod transition. Prone floor slide. So prone is on your belly. So you're gonna be lying on your belly, face pretty close to the floor. And then we're just basically doing a wall slide, right? But you're excuse me, on your belly, right? So now we're working against gravity. We're gonna reach out and back. You can do this bent over. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You can do that bent over or lying on the floor. But basically what we want is that wall slide movement, but now we're working up against gravity. Okay, so that'll be, call it working rest. And then deadlift or swing, right? So if we're just going through a nice slow controlled deadlift, you push your hips back, tap that weight in between your feet and come back up. You can also do a swing to get your heart rate up a little bit more. And again, that'll be 40 seconds, okay? All right, so let's roll a little bit here and we'll get going. So starting, working your way up towards your hips, I'll pick up with you guys at your hips. So we're looking at a total of 20 minutes of work time today. We're going through the 5 exercises, 4 rounds. So we've got a total of 20 minutes, then we'll have you on your way. All right, so let's make sure we get into your hips and into that space right around where you would put your hand in your pocket. Okay, that little space in between your hip bone and the crest of your hip. And good. Last thing we'll do here is rolling down your back, tilting a little bit side to side to get out underneath your armpits, down the side of your rib cage. Again, if that's too much pressure, you can just leave your hips on the floor and really control it that way. You should be able to relax whatever you're rolling out. So if you're rolling it out and like really tensing up and clenching at the same time, kind of isn't as effective as if you can relax. So it's better to take some weight off and be able to relax that muscle. All right. Good. All right, so we're just going to start on your back. Feet up towards the ceiling, bottom of your feet showing towards the ceiling. And we're just going to control one leg while we drop the other. So we keep one leg steady, dropping that heel down, come back up. And we alternate those. Drop your other leg. And good. Give one knee a hug, push your other heel into the floor. We're just going to lift and hold. Foot should be pressing flat into the ground. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Again, we're just holding. Bring your thigh as close to your chest as you can so that we take that arch out of your lower back. And just holding here, letting everything get warmed up, ready to go. All right, let's roll onto your side. Hips at about 45 degrees. So you're not going to be up even with your belly button. And we don't want them straight either. We're just going to find somewhere in between. And then keeping your feet together. And we're just opening. Okay, so we call these sideline clams. But we're just opening your knees. Keep your feet together. You should feel the work in the outside of your hip. One thing to think about here, we don't want you rolling backwards. So every time you come down and touch your knees together, think about pushing that top knee forward just a little bit and keeping it pressed forward. So when you tap your knees together, your top knee should be just a little bit in front of your bottom knee. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Remember, hips are going to be at about 45 degrees, not all the way up. Checking in to make sure that top knee is just in front of your bottom knee when you drop it down. And good. Let's come up to one knee. We're just getting a quad or a hip flexor stretch here. And we'll switch sides. From there, we'll stand up, pull one toe up towards your chin. Okay, so you're gonna let's stand on your left leg, pull your right toes up, and then we're hinging back, pushing your hip back. You should be getting a stretch down the back of your right leg. Think less about reaching your head and shoulders towards the ground, more about just pushing your hips back, kind of folding yourself in half. Yeah, let's go to the other side. Then you're going to be standing on one leg, stretching the other. All right, good. Finally, let's go legs, feet out wide. And just for 20 seconds here, we're going to work side to side. Opening up your hips a little bit, warming the legs up. Get ready to go. And good, relax. Okay, so the weights are up to you today. Really, the only two that are going to be weighted are the lateral lunge, drop lunge combo, and the deadlift. And you know, you can go body weight for this whole thing. For the deadlift, you would just be sort of like tracing your pinkies right down the inside of your leg and coming back up, right? So there's a lot of value in actually grooving that movement too. So anyway, do what you got to do this morning. We'll get started here in about 10 seconds. So if you're using weight, go ahead and grab it. First one is a lateral lunge, drop lunge. You're going to keep the same leg glued to the floor until the halfway point, and that's when I'll call the switch. Okay. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Lateral lunge, drop lunge. Step out to the side, back and across. Let's make sure when you step back, you're at least getting in line with that plant leg. And switch sides. Goes pretty quick. There's also a lot of balance involved here. We got to make sure we're giving the right amount of push to get you back into that drop lunge. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, relax. Okay, yoga push-up is next. All right, in 3 seconds, 2, 1, and here we go. So one push-up into the downward facing dog. We're halfway there. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, tripod transition is next. So we'll have opposite foot and hand pressed flat into the floor, and you're just reaching backwards and forwards. A good modification for this, or I guess a different exercise altogether, would just be a side plank from your knees. Okay? All right, here we go. I'll call halfway. Switch in 2, 1, and switch sides. Five seconds left. And relax. A prone floor slide is next. So it'll be on your, either on your belly or standing just hinged over so your chest is facing the floor. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you're on your belly here, you want to make sure that your check in, make sure your cheeks aren't clenched and we're not arching with your low back. 20 seconds left. We also want to be sort of in your mind, you're doing a wall slide where you've got hands and elbows on the wall and the wall is on your back. 5 seconds. And rest. All right, deadlift or swing is next. Your choice. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Whichever version you're doing, you're going to keep nice tension down the back of your legs. You can kind of use it like a spring. We're halfway there. Ten seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that's round 1. We've got 3 to go. Back up to the top for the lateral lunge and drop lunge. Ready? And here we go. You should always be facing forward or square. Even on the drop lunge, we don't want to rotate out. And switch sides. Try to keep shoulders nice and level. 2, 1, and rest. Yoga push-up is next. All right, in 2, 1, here we go. Since we won't be doing like a ton of push-ups here, this is a good chance to play a little bit with the position of your hands, right? So you can try them wide, you can try them close together. Five seconds. And rest. Tripod transition is next. All right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Every time you reach through, try to get your belly button up to face the ceiling and also down to face the floor when you step back. Switch sides. and rest. Okay, floor slide is next. Again, imagine you have that wall pressed right against your back. You're trying to keep your forearms along that wall. All right, here we go. Shouldn't feel tension in your low back or your cheeks. We want your upper body to do the work. Hands and elbows should be the same distance away from the floor. 10 seconds. And rest. Deadlift and swing are next. Or deadlift and or swing. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and away we go. Make sure you're always bringing your hips through at the top. Every rep should finish with you standing tall, cheeks strong. Three seconds, 2, 1, rest. All right, we're halfway there. 2 more times through. If you can remember which side you started with, start with the other side this time. All right, here we go. And switch sides. Two, one, rest. Yoga push-ups. All right, 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Spread those fingertips out nice and wide. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Staying on the floor for tripod transition. All right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you want to up the challenge a little bit here, try not tapping your heel at the front and back, or your heel and your toe. So you'll reach as far as you can without touching the floor. And switch sides. Two, one, rest. All right, floor slide is next. All right, ready? And go. Make sure as you reach up, your shoulders should not be shrugged up close to your ears. So we should be thinking of shoulder blades rotating out, but not shoulders crunching up toward your ears. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, deadlift or swing to wrap up round 3. And here we go. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. 5 minutes to go. Last round. Okay, here we go. Lateral lunge, drop lunge. On that drop lunge, your front leg is going to control the whole movement. You shouldn't really be pushing too much with your toes there. Switch sides. Two, 1, rest. Push-ups are next. Remember, you can do any part of this. If there's a part that doesn't work for you. And here we go, 40 seconds. So you can just do the plank, you can just do the push-up, you can just hold the downward facing dog. Okay, whatever works for you. Three seconds, 2, 1, and rest. Staying on the floor, tripod transition. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Opposite hand and foot on the floor. And halfway, switch it up. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Staying on the floor, prone floor slide. 2 minutes left. Ready? And here we go. Ten seconds left. And rest. Okay, last bit of work here, swing or deadlift. All right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Halfway. Three, two, one, and relax. Okay, that's a wrap. Dory, how'd that go?
Sorry, it took a second to unmute myself. My picture's tiny. Okay, I can't do the floor slides.
Okay,
My arms off the ground. I
Okay.
can do it with my arms on the ground prone, or barely do them with my arms off the ground on my back.
okay, yeah, sorry, I should have,
So,
I'm glad you made that modification. I should have said that in the beginning. That easy way to change that would be just to roll over and do it on your back.
Yeah.
So good call there. All right, Diane, Dory, thanks for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving.
you too. Thank you. It
Have fun
wasn't
with your-
primal, but oh well.
What's that?
Oh, I thought Thursday it will be a primal surf kit.
I
You
was thinking
fool.
about that, but figured special edition holiday.
It's okay.
So we'll have to move that one. We'll have to do that one Sunday.
It's okay.
Okay,
Have a great day.
thank you. You too, guys. Enjoy your immediate household family.
Yeah. You too.
I will.
Bye.
See ya.